What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is going to be your review for Basketball Wives, season 8, episode 6. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. Look, this ain't gonna take long because this whole episode got on my nerves. Let me tell you something. Okay, so we are in San Diego, and Evelyn ain't talking to Jennifer. Um, um, that damn fly still in here. Evelyn ain't talking to Jennifer. And she's got a real stank attitude about it. The tension is high. Now she mad that Jennifer bought a friend because she was like, Jennifer done bought her own personal hype man. Then uh, Kristen in Malaysia shows up, and of course, Malaysia not talking to Jennifer, but Kristen is talking to Jennifer. But Malaysia and Kristen are not talking to OG, and it's just a whole damn mess. So then Shawnee said something about going to dinner. Evelyn was like, "Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to dinner with her. Like, I'm here. I knew I was going to share a house, but dinner, she like, I'm not even gonna be fake and sit across the table from her. Like, I'm not doing that. So Shawnee was like, okay, well, if we do two separate dinners, then I'm gonna be torn. And Evelyn sort of was giving her the, oh, you're gonna be torn look, like, oh, you're gonna choose between me or Jennifer. Um, OG is like, well, hell, this is stupid. If I came down here to hang out with everybody, if we was gonna do this, then I could have stayed at home. Like it was just a mess in the beginning. So Malaysia ends up going out. Malaysia and Evelyn end up going outside. Shawnee goes outside. Everybody except for OG, Jennifer, and her friend are outside. And they're basically trying to figure out what is it that we getting ready to do. Like, are we going to dinner? Are we not going to dinner? Are we going to get some Uber Eats? Like, what the fuck are we getting ready to do? I didn't mean to say that word. Anyway, what the heck are we going to do? So the girls, Jennifer, OG, and Dominique, that's her friend. They end up going outside. They're like, look, let's at least make the effort. Like, this is ridiculous. This is just stupid. Let's at least make the effort for us to all kind of get along. So they go outside, and I want to say Evelyn, I really don't remember how it started. I'm be honest. I don't remember how it started. Evelyn must have said something to Jennifer, and Jennifer gave that same stank ass, I don't know why you mad. I ain't do nothing response or whatever. And of course, Evelyn's like, well, you was talking about my daughter. You was talking about my daughter. You don't know what it's like because you don't have a daughter. And she ended up throwing a drink on Jennifer. Jennifer threw the drink back. Jennifer was like, I'm not about to do this. Security's holding Evelyn back. It's like, oh, Evelyn jumping across tables and shit. So then Jennifer ends up leaving, but Dominique is out there. So now Evelyn's still mad. So she got to throw her anger at somebody. So she starts coming for Dominique and was like, yeah, and I heard you had a whole lot to say about me too. And Dominique was like, hold up. First of all, you don't know me and I don't know you. I ain't said nothing about you. All I said was my friend said she ain't say it. I believe my friend. Now, from the clips that they showing back, Dominique, you were doing a little bit more of it than saying I just support my friend. You were putting a little more energy into it. However, the point you were making, I understood. Her point was, look, because here's the thing. If all Jennifer was saying or was accused of saying was that Shawnice was a latchkey kid and Evelyn was out running the streets, that might not be too bad. But all that extra stuff about her writing checks and taking care of the house and she was too busy with different men, which is probably true. See, here's the thing. And I said this last season, and I'm not going to put a whole lot of energy into this. Jennifer probably said exactly what she was accused of saying. Absolutely. But here's the thing. When people are angry, Jennifer and Evelyn were friends for so long and knew each other's business inside and out. So when they fell out and they were no longer friends, Jennifer is that type of friend. It's two different people. You got the people who, once we fall out, I'm still going to hold your secrets. Like, we ain't cool no more. We not friends, but I'm not about to go out here and spray you in the streets. Then you got the other person that's, we not friends. I'm mad. So now I'm about to tell all your business and talk trash about you. Jennifer is the latter. And that's what she did. Her and Evelyn weren't friends anymore. So she proceeded to go out and tell all of Evelyn's business and come up with all these schemes and plans. And that's what Tammy exposed last year. That's what happened. And at the end of the day, Jennifer, that's all you had to say. But no, you want to stick to the fact that you never said nothing. You don't understand why Evelyn is so pissed off, why she tripping, why she acting crazy. Evelyn on the flip side was like, look, I know I'm on 100 right now, but she talked about my daughter, and I'm just not that damn mature. I appreciate Evelyn for saying I'm just not that damn mature. Now back to Evelyn and Dominique getting into it. So Evelyn started kind of going at Dominique, and Dominique was like, yo, I'm not scared of you. Like, I'm not about to back down, and I'm not scared of you. And of course, Evelyn was like, you don't need to be scared of me. And they were going back and forth, rah, rah. And of course, security breaking it up. But Dominique was like, yo, what is wrong with her? Like, for real, what is wrong with her? So Evelyn's thing is they get to talking. Jennifer, Dominique go back to the guest house, and the rest of them are talking. And Evelyn is like, look, I need Dominique to understand why I'm upset. Like, I need her, like, first of all, my beef ain't with her, and her beef doesn't have anything to do with me. And so I need her to understand why I'm angry or what the problem is. So one of y'all need to go explain it to her. And I was sitting there like, one of them need to go explain it to her. So she tried to get, first she was like, Phoebe. Phoebe was like, yeah, I don't have nothing to do with this. I'm not. So then they were like, well, should we bring her back up in? Phoebe was like, nope. That ain't a good idea either. So it ended up being Shawnee and Jackie. Because Jackie was like, I'll go talk to her. Shawnee, you want to come with me? Be the witness to the conversation? Shawnee was like, okay, sure. So they go down to the guest house and they have the conversation with Jennifer. And Jennifer's thing is, okay, I'm being accused of saying some crazy shit about Evelyn's daughter. However, she was talking about my mama. And that's cool. And this is where people have selective hearing. Evelyn ain't never talk about your mother. Evelyn talked about you using your mother's death as an excuse for your bad behavior. That's what Evelyn was talking about. Evelyn ain't never say nothing bad about your mother. And, Evelyn says much in the confessional, like, look, I wasn't talking about your mother. I respect her mother. I was saying that you can't use your mother as an excuse for your bad behavior, which is valid. Then Jennifer proceeds to just really have a breakdown. She did. She had a full-on breakdown. And she said, my mother was my best friend. That was my ride or die. She died in 3 weeks. She went from being fine to dead in 3 weeks. And I had to watch her die. And when my mother took her last breath, there was nobody there for me. My sister had her husband. I was alone. And I've been alone. And I've been dealing with this by myself. And I just need my friends. I miss my friends. We're supposed to be a sisterhood. And I just miss that. So, of course, they all crying. They all boo-hooing. And then Jennifer said the magic words. She said, maybe I said some stuff. But she never quite got all the way there. And then she went on to just say how she just wanted to get over it and get past it. And she did want to work things out with Evelyn. So Shawnee and Jackie go back into the house and say, look, she right there. She ready to give it to you. She right. Yeah. And, Evelyn was like, okay, fine, let's go to dinner. Because Shawnee was like, let's go to dinner. I think you're going to get your apology. Evelyn was like, all right, let's go to dinner. But if I don't get my apology, it's going to be a problem. So everybody ends up going to dinner. And of course, it's a quiet table because everybody got their own set of issues. Nobody's really saying anything. So Jackie was like, well, let's play a game. True confessions, which is basically truth or dare without the dare part. You can ask anybody a question, they got to answer it. So Jackie started off with a little softball. She asked Kristen, when you lose your virginity. Then Kristen started going for the jugular. She going to ask Shawnee, how many sexual partners have you had? That is not a question that Shawnee going to answer on national TV. You might not get an answer to that question in a private setting, but certainly not in a public setting. Shawnee was like, yeah, whatever. Next game, I'm not playing this. And I don't blame you. That ain't a question you ask nobody. Not in that environment. Like at a girls' night, bachelorette party, when everybody been drinking and it's just y'all in the room, you might get an answer to that question. But in that environment, ain't nobody answering that question. Not truthfully. So then it sort of went around the room. So Kristen asked OG, Kristen asked Jennifer, do you think you and Malaysia can work out y'all problems? Malaysia ain't even give Jennifer a chance to answer. Malaysia was like, no. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't even remember why Malaysia mad at Jennifer, other than the fact that Malaysia said Jennifer was a liar and Jennifer tried to say Malaysia was a liar. Other than that, I don't even remember. I remember the table being thrown. I don't remember the rest of it. If that's the only reason why Malaysia is mad at Jennifer, then she's going to have to get over it at this point too, but whatever. So Then somehow or another, Evelyn gets to ask a question. So Evelyn asked Jennifer point blank, "Did you talk about Shanice?" And so of course now Shawnee and Jackie are like, "Okay, this is it. This is her opening. This is her time to say what happened. Break it down. Say what went down." Jennifer was like, "No." So now Evelyn mad all over again. Shawnee's mad because she felt like Jennifer lied and put on, and it was all for bullshit. Jackie mad because Jackie like, well, what the heck? Like that whole moment. And Jackie even said, she said, "Jennifer, we had a conversation earlier and you shared some things. And I thought you were ready to really have this conversation." And Jennifer was like that real stank ass standoffish. Now, what she went on to say in her confessional was she didn't want an audience for the conversation. She didn't want to have the conversation in front of everybody. But what I say to that is that what you should have said, Jennifer, when Evelyn asked you the question, your response should have been, "Can we talk about it later? I want to have this conversation with you, Evelyn, but I don't want to do it here. Can we talk about it later?" Now, if Evelyn act a fool and go off and get the cussing and fussing, that's another conversation. But don't say no to the question when you sort of admitted that you did say some stuff. Say, "I'm ready to have this conversation with you, Evelyn, and can we do it when we get back to the house?" Like that's how you should have handled that. But neither here nor there. Before I forget, Kristen and Malaysia did have a conversation where Malaysia relayed to her what Byron said. And she basically was like, "Look, Byron was hurt by what you said about him. Thomas is his son. Thomas is going to be his son. That's his grandchild. But he feels like you guys don't meet him halfway. And he was really hurt by what you said." And here again, here we got some selective ass memory. Kristen going to say, "Well, I don't remember ever calling him a bad grandfather, but I will apologize because, you know, you called him a bad grandfather. That's what you said. And even if you didn't use that sentence, that was the full implication of what you were saying. But I'm pretty certain you used that sentence. But even if you didn't, telling somebody they don't ever spend time with their grandchild, they don't come and spend time with their grandchild, they don't have a relationship with their grandchild, that's pretty much calling them a bad grandparent. I just am I tripping on that? But neither here nor there. Krista said that she will apologize, because at the end of the day, Thomas is her and that's her husband, and she wants them to work this out. She also said that, Byron was like, "I did not tell OG to use that as ammunition. I didn't give her permission to use it against y'all. That's not how I roll." So they had that moment, which was a good one. They were able to talk that through. So we get back to the house. Everybody goes to bed, blah, blah, blah. We wake up the next day. Jennifer and Dominique is like, now Dominique and Evelyn were able to talk. Matter of fact, they had breakfast. Dominique and Shawnee are cooking breakfast, and Dominique is telling Evelyn basically, Jennifer does want to talk to you, but she just didn't want to do it in front of everybody. And Evelyn was like, "Well, hell, she talked about my daughter in front of everybody. Why she want a private audience to clear the air?" But and Evelyn and Dominique, they end up squashing it, whatever. They cool. Everybody's cool except for, those two situations. Um, Jennifer comes up from the guest house and Dominique tells her, "Look, you need to talk to Evelyn. Like at this point, you need to go ahead and talk to Evelyn. Like this is ridiculous." And she says, "I'm ready. I do. I want to talk to Evelyn." So they go get Evelyn. They bring Evelyn to the kitchen. And Evelyn is like, "Look, this is her last chance. Like at this point, if she doesn't admit to what she said, that it's a wrap. Like this, it's just a wrap. Like I've given her every opportunity to come clean and apologize, and I'm done with it." Both of them say in their confessional that they do miss each other, that they have 20 years of friendship, and they do miss the friendship. They do. Both of them admit that. And basically, now that Jennifer doesn't have the audience and everybody's not around to sort of hear what she's saying or get put their 2 cents in, she does admit. She never comes right out and admit it. She just said, anything that I said about Shawnee's that was inappropriate or wrong, I apologize for it. And Evelyn's thing was, no matter how bad our friendship got, when did we get to the point that talking about my thought my children was okay? Like, talk about me all you want, call me whatever you want, but bringing my children into it, that was never okay. Jennifer apologizes. They cry. They hug. There we are. Now, that's where my DVR cut off. So anything else that went down, y'all, I don't know. But I think that was pretty much it. I guess next week we'll deal with the OG Malaysia situation. I don't know. But yeah. So 2 years of this back and forth with them, and that's what it came down to. But at the end of the day, Jennifer, she didn't totally admit, but she did enough to admit that she said some stuff that was inappropriate. And again, like I said, you were mad. You said some stuff to her, Evelyn. You went for the jugular, and it came back and bit you in the butt. And that's really what it boils down to. But all you had to do was admit to that last year. That's what you had to do last year. And again, Evelyn may or may not have heard you because she would have been angry. However, at least you could say, look, I came clean. Now, what you want to do with that information or when you're ready to hear me out, it's cool. But to totally deny that you said anything and make it seem like everybody else was crazy. So you was all right until Shawnee got in it. And nobody wanted to believe that Shawnee was lying. See, but anyway, that was that, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments.